Welcome. I am Dr. Berthel Archie, an assistant professor in the Department of Nursing and the chair of the Recognition Pin and Ceremony Committee, and I am pleased to serve as your mistress of ceremonies for this event. On behalf of the chair of the Nursing Department, faculty, and staff, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this Recognition Pin and Ceremony. The Pin and Ceremony is a time-honored tradition for schools of nursing dating back to the 1860s, and it started with Florence Nightingale. According to the Museum of Nursing History, the Nightingale School of Nursing at St. Thomas's Hospital in London designed and awarded a badge with a Maltese cross to the nurses as they completed their nursing program. Bowie State University Department of Nursing's celebratory event represents a rite of passage, symbolizing that the undergraduate and nursing students have completed educational requirements. They are now prepared to sit for the National Council Licensure Examination for Registered Nurses, commonly known as sitting for the NCLEX exam. The graduate level students are already registered nurses and will have a medallion bestowed upon each one. The medallion symbolizes their rite of passage to sit for the specialty certification in order to practice as a family nurse practitioner. We are excited that you have come to celebrate with us. Greetings will be brought by the chair of the Department of Nursing at Bowie State University, Dr. Jacqueline J. Hill, followed by remarks from President Amenta H. Bro, Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Carl B. Goodman, and the Interim Dean of the College of Professional Studies, Dr. Cheryl Blackman, in that order. Again, welcome and thank you.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Spring 2021 Pinning and Recognition Ceremony. I'm Dr. Jacqueline J. Hill, Chair of the Department of Nursing. On behalf of the faculty and staff in the Department of Nursing, congratulations to our graduates. We are so proud of you for completing this major milestone, graduating from Bowie State University's undergraduate and graduate nursing programs. This class consists of 36 undergraduate students and 33 graduate students. Despite all the challenges you face, COVID-19, online learning, making family and work adjustments, you persevered, and here you are. We applaud your tenacity during this journey and know that you will excel in the profession of nursing. The profession that's been recognized repeatedly for its dedication as frontline workers during the COVID-19 pandemic. The profession that has been ranked #1 as the most trusted for its integrity and honesty for the 19th year by the Gallup poll. The profession that the American Nurses Association and the World Health Organization join in continuing to celebrate 2021 as the Year of the Nurse because of the visibility of nurses' contributions in 2020. That's the profession you have chosen. As Bowie grads, our expectation of you is that you will practice with excellence, always keeping at the forefront of your mind that someone is the recipient of the care you provide. Someone's loved one, someone's mother, father, child, husband, wife, sister, brother, friend, another human being is relying on you to provide them the best safe care possible. So graduates, as you prepare for your new roles as entry-level nurses or advanced practice nurses, continue to study for the exams you will have to take to become licensed. For undergraduate students, that means you need to continue to study for the NCLEX RN with the goal of passing it the first time. Remember, you are not an RN until you pass boards. For the graduate students who are aspiring to be family nurse practitioners, you have to pass the certification exam. That means that you will study to pass the certification exam the first time as well. We know that you all have worked hard to get to this juncture, so just utilize all the resources you have been given. Your success is our success. So together we all win. Remain Bowie bold as we race to excellence. Again, congratulations and enjoy this special time in your lives.
Greetings to all of our soon-to-be nurses. I am so proud of the work all of our Bulldogs have accomplished during a challenging year for all of us. I know all of you will make our university proud by bringing your Bowie boldness to the front lines of our nation's healthcare system every day. I'm Aminta Bro, the very proud 10th president at Bowie State University, and it is indeed my honor to welcome you to this nursing pinning ceremony. I want to thank today's guest speaker, Dr. Charlotte Wood from Coppin University, for joining us here today. I must also thank our Nursing Department Chair, Dr. Jacqueline Hill, College of Professional Studies Interim Dean, Dr. Cheryl Blackman, our Provost, Dr. Carl Goodman, and the rest of our Nursing Department faculty, staff, and students, along with many friends, family, mentors, and all those Bulldogs joining us here today. Thank you all. This tradition represents a major step forward in your life and career. For those that might not be entirely familiar with the process, the history of the pins you will receive date back to the 12th century Crusades. During this warring period, those that assisted the injured and ill wore Maltese crosses. It was Florence Nightingale who later received a Royal Red Cross in the 1800s in recognition of her work during the Crimean War. This would later evolve into the practice of presenting pins to those with truly exceptional accomplishments. However, by 1916, the types of people eligible to receive the pins expanded to all nurses and ceremonies, such as today's, and have become common in the United States and England. However, it's important to note that you have accomplished during your time at Bowie State University. What you have accomplished is distinctly uncommon. You and your classmates have taken the plunge into the front lines of our healthcare system. The ongoing pandemic has shed light on new challenges ahead for all our young nurses. But I have complete confidence in our Bulldogs that you are well equipped for the task ahead. You fulfill a need not only for patients, but for your community. Your knowledge, time, and presence of mind is sorely needed as we grapple with the realities of COVID-19. You aren't simply entering another stage of your career by becoming nurses. You take a lifelong pledge of altruism in a world facing public health emergencies not seen in generations. As the largest component of the healthcare workforce, you will become an essential part of our society. Whether you bring technical knowledge or simply emotional support and holding the hand of someone in need, you represent the best our nation has to offer. The patience and understanding you bring to those in your care will be of utmost importance to them, their families, and their fellow caretakers. As you receive your pins today, I want you all to take great pride in your accomplishments and knowing you have the full support of your friends, family, community, and Bowie State University. Today is your first step into beginning one of the most noble of careers in a time when no act of kindness can be considered too small. The hurdles our society faces from the pandemic will require all of the selflessness, knowledge, and dedication that you have demonstrated every day here at Bowie State University. The legacy you will leave behind as nurses will extend far beyond the walls of where you practice, and we hope you will continue to stay involved with our nursing programs long after the pins have been placed onto you. As you take your place as caregivers, critical thinkers, and leaders, know that you will always have a place here at Bowie State University. On behalf of Bowie State University, our campus community, and healthcare professionals across the country and around the world, thank you, and be sure to stay Bowie bold for the next generation of nurses. BSU, congratulations.
Greetings, everyone. I hope that you are excited as I am today. We are here today to celebrate the recognition of the pinning ceremony here at Bowie State University. Let me take this opportunity to first acknowledge our very remarkable 10th president of Bowie State University, Dr. Amita Burrow. To our special guest speaker, Dr. Charlotte Woods, president of the Maryland Nurses Association. To our interim dean of the College of Professional Studies, Dr. Cheryl Blackman. To our chair of the Department of Nursing, Dr. Jacqueline Hill. And to the wonderful and outstanding faculty and staff in the Department of Nursing. And lastly, let me give a special thanks to Dr. Archie and those on the planning committee who put in the long hours in arranging the spring 2021 recognition pinning ceremony. Wow, to the spring class of 2021, this is your moment. This is your moment to change from the person who you once were when you first arrived on this beautiful campus at Bowie State University to who you are today, full of experience, knowledge, confidence, and excitement about the endless possibilities and opportunities that lie ahead in your future. This is your moment to practice your faith and trust in the people and the community that you will soon serve. We are now living in an unprecedented time due to the pandemic and the uncertainties of COVID-19 virus as we return to somewhat of a sense of normalcy. Do know that your profession remains at the forefront of care as you provide comfort to everyone. Your training will and should have shown you to respect human dignity and how to apply your intuition to patients' needs. I want you to remember that Bowie State University is a very special place that you should always hold dear to your heart and that will allow you, if you allow it, Bowie State to remain first and foremost for the rest of your life. Since our humble beginnings in 1865, Bowie State University is Maryland's oldest HBCU and is among the 10th oldest in the country. With its rich history and illustrious history that we have here for the past 156 years, I believe and I know that Bowie State University's future is bright because of you. You are our future, where our dreams and aspiration now lies in you. You are part of an amalgamation of graduates and alums where we will need you to give back your talents, your time, and your newfound treasure as once you pass the NCLEX on the very first try and land your first job as a certified nurse. And so on behalf of myself and everyone in the office of the Provost and Division of Academic Affairs, let me take this opportunity to congratulate you on this special pinning ceremony. I could be no more prouder to stand before you and say, job well done. We are all excited to see you go out and be legendary. Continue to be Bowie bold, continue to be Bowie proud. Thank you and continued success.
Good evening, everyone. I am Cheryl Blackman, Interim Dean of the College of Professional Studies. It is my pleasure to be with you at this pinning ceremony for the class of 2021. Congratulations to all of you. Graduating from the nursing program is probably one of the best feelings you've ever had. By completing your degree, you're now ready to take on the next stages of your career. To the undergraduate students, this is the point where you get to realize your dreams of becoming a nurse, put into practice what you've learned, and conquer challenges along the way. I know it has not been easy. You have gone through a tedious academic and professional journey, one that could only be completed successfully through hard work, diligence, and determination. I know that you would agree that the nursing curriculum is a very intense and elaborate curriculum. So go ahead and pat yourselves on the back for the success you have achieved today. For those of you in the graduate program, this is another step on your journey to achieving your goals. Now, this pinning ceremony is a solemn ceremony which dates back to 1860, when Florence Nightingale, of course, the nurse, was honored with the Red Cross pin for the great nursing work she has done. So, class of 2021, this is your time. It is an occasion to honor you also for the successful completion of the first major part of your education as professional nurses. This ceremony is a rite of passage to symbolize where you came from and to declare your readiness to care for others in a professional manner. Every time you wear the pin, you will remember the faculty, the staff, and your colleagues of the Bowie State University nursing program that were a part of your journey and your professional life story. This pin reminds you that you are a care provider and advocate for your patients. Now, for the undergraduates in particular, now that you have conquered one big hurdle, you would be looking forward to taking your board exams and making progress in your professional career. I would like to take a few minutes to share some thoughts with you as you move on from here. They will focus on what I consider to be the top 5 nursing skills that are necessary for you as a new graduate and a member of the next generation of nurses. The first one is having critical thinking skills. With all of the changing trends for the next generation of nurses, critical thinking skills are essential at every step of your professional career. Critical thinking in nursing involves problem solving and clinical decision making. You must be able to recognize cues, develop hypotheses, make those predictions, take appropriate action, and evaluate the outcomes. You must be able to make a critical analysis of the situation you are presented with. You have to, first of all, distinguish facts from opinions. You have to evaluate the credibility of the information. And lastly, draw valid conclusions. So, in other words, each patient is like a case study, which you are required to look at from different perspectives. How do you interpret the situation and how can you make it better? You are required then to put the pieces of the puzzle together. Can you answer the what and the why questions? If you can, these are critical thinking skills. Second set of skills you need is you need to have strong interpersonal skills. And this comes with effective communication. It may sound like a cliche, but it is an indispensable skill for a new nurse. It is important that you effectively communicate not only with your patients, but with your colleagues as well. This leads to better outcomes. Another aspect of interpersonal skills involve advocacy. You must remember that your duty to your patient is to be an informed and caring advocate. Apart from their family, you might be the closest and most trusted person in their space. So be ready to be an effective advocate. Third, you must make a point of updating your practical skills. You now have the knowledge to understand these skills, but you will have to learn to implement these skills in a clinical setting. Medical information changes about every 2 years, so it means that you will never stop learning. It is imperative that you continue your education even beyond the NCLEX exam. You can truly strengthen your practice by continuing your education. This is the surest way to ensure you have the best professional practice and that also your practice is evidence-based. So make time to read journals and books, listen to the news, go to conferences, get an advanced education. You will better your career prospects, broaden your horizon, and be respected within the profession. So all of this implies continuing education. As a professional nurse, learning does not end at graduation and this pinning ceremony. Learning is for life. If that is one thing you must remember, is that I will say it again, learning is for life. Now, the fourth skill is professionalism. Being a professional comes with a lot of responsibilities. You must develop professional knowledge, the ability to understand the feelings and the problems of others, and the willingness to help. In doing so, you must develop a high self-esteem. And let me explain what I mean by that. This is not an invitation to be arrogant, nor it does not mean you will not make a mistake. Rather, it means that you should have a high regard for yourself while you develop competencies. So nurture your potential and believe in yourself. And above all, know your value. This contributes to having high self-esteem. Lastly, practice cultural awareness and ethical care. Cultural awareness is one of the top-rated skills that is expected of a graduate nurse. You're required to provide and practice culturally appropriate care, taking into account the patient's beliefs. Their belief systems might be different from yours. Take into account their rituals and, of course, their religion. Most of these skills are developed with practice. Okay? You will find that both your patients and professional colleagues are increasingly diverse in age, sexual orientation, class, race, and language. So therefore, in your caregiving, you must be sensitive and respectful of differences and diversity. So now you should go into the world as nurses who truly care, not as those who are in the profession solely for the money, but as those whose sense of caring consists of genuine love, selflessness, and compassion. And I can't stress that enough. You will be surprised that you can learn from your patients as much as they can learn from you. And what you learn from them may be the very information you need to provide the best care for them and for others who may be in similar situations. As you continue to cultivate these very important skills, you will make a difference in this world. And every nurse is really very much needed today, given the situation that we find ourselves in. So again, I want to say congratulations to all of you, and I wish you continued success for the future.
We are continuing with our program with the introduction of the graduate and undergraduate classes, followed by student reflection PowerPoints, peer awards, academic awards, symbolism of the nursing pin and medallion as we progress to the centerpiece of this program, which is the ceremonial pinning and bestowing of the medallion.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rosemary Mukira and I'll be presenting the MSN Graduate Peer Awards. Leadership Award. The award goes to a classmate who has continuously demonstrated leadership qualities, commitment to teamwork, and has shown the ability to work with fellow students, faculty, staff, and administration. The person is always open-minded, occasionally courageous, and communicates effectively. The recipient has steered the group towards the finish line and has always made herself available to advise on any new challenges. The Leadership Award goes to Sharon Rosemond. Empowerment Award. The award goes to a classmate who is a Cohen Scholar, coach, full of creativity, always motivating others to reach their potential, and encouraging fellow classmates to take responsibility and authority over their work. Whether it is volunteering or seeking opportunities for new clinical sites, the recipient continued to motivate other students to dig deeper, to stay on task. The recipient of this award is Rosemary Mukira. The Most Caring Award. This award goes to an outstanding, caring, and compassionate classmate who will not stop at nothing until you feel great. Whether it is playing some reggae, soothing music, or burning and bringing the house down, the recipient is that person. The recipient is a gem of the class who you can count on as a pillar of support. The recipient of this award is Mark Griffith. Peer Advocate Award. This award goes to a classmate who was always resourceful, willing to go above and beyond, and very supportive of the class activities and student needs. Despite the pandemic restrictions, this classmate was instrumental in bringing resources together to make our graduation memorable. The class of 2021, Advanced Nurse Family Practitioners, are forever indebted to the recipient's tireless class advocacy with faculty and staff. The recipient of this award goes to Sharon Rosemond. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Brianna Gaines, and I'm going to be introducing the Undergraduate Peer Student Awards. Our first award is the Warmest Stethoscope Award. This award goes to the scholar with the kindest heart, the one you can always expect to be on the positive side. No matter what this program has thrown their way, they manage to face every obstacle with a smile. The recipient of the Warmest Stethoscope Award is Ms. Fazia Naralza. Our next award is the De-Stressor Award. This award goes to the scholar who is always there when you need them. Falling behind on your studies, not sure what the next assignment is? Don't worry, you can always count on the scholar to help you get on the right track. The recipient of the De-Stressor Award is Ms. Tricia DeLo Reyes. Our next award is the Peer Advocate Award. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. This scholar is no stranger to leadership. You can always count on them to be the person to volunteer, to speak, to present, and voice your concerns. The recipient of the Peer Advocate Award is Ms. Stephanie Heisen. Our last award is Humor Healer Award. We all know nursing school can be tough. This is the scholar you can turn to when you need a good laugh. Class is going slow, clinical seems longer than usual. Doesn't matter to you because you're around the person who makes everything funny. The recipient of the Humor Healer Award is Miss Jeannie Gabe.
Hello, and congratulations to all of our distinguished graduating students. Special accolades and congratulations to the Master of Science Nursing Family Nurse Practitioner students. You can now say that you are an advanced practice registered nurse, and you all deserve recognition for your achievements. We will now present Graduate Nursing Academic Awards in the following categories. The Student of Distinction Award is presented to the graduate nursing student who has distinguished themselves in clinical practice, academic achievement, leadership, and professional or community services during their entire tenure at VSU Department of Nursing. This award is presented to Ms. Sharon Roseman. The Pioneer in Nursing Award is presented to the graduate nursing student who, in the opinion of the faculty, has persevered in completing all requirements for the degree, despite personal and professional challenges. This award is presented to Ms. Gabriela Amaya. The Outstanding Academic Development Award is presented to the graduate student who, in the opinion of the faculty, demonstrated academic growth and progress throughout their academic studies. This award is presented to Mr. Mark Griffith. The Florence Nightingale Award, in the opinion of the faculty, is presented to the graduate nursing student who has exemplified the application of the most caring nursing behaviors toward her patients. Florence Nightingale is often called the Lady with the Lamp and was a caring nurse and a leader. This award is presented to Ms. Tiffany White. The Mary Elizabeth Mahoney Award is presented to the graduate nursing student who reported that they are the first in their family to become an advanced practice registered nurse. Mary Elizabeth Mahoney was the first African American to graduate from the nursing school at New England Hospital for Women and Children in 1879 at the age of 34. She is known not only for her outstanding personal career, but also for her exemplary contributions to local and national professional organizations. This award is presented to Ms. Candace Fisher. The Certificate of Excellence in Nursing Specialty is presented to a graduate nursing student who demonstrated both theoretical and clinical excellence of caring, compassion, critical thinking, leadership, and professionalism in a specialty area. This award is presented to Ms. Winchette Beckelgen-Berry. The Academic Excellence Award is presented to the graduate nursing student who has achieved and maintained the highest GPA during their academic studies. This award will be announced at a later date after final grades have been posted. Again, congratulations to all of our graduates. I am excited about your future. May you all remain buoy bold and achieve much success.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Sharon Wilkes, Assistant Professor and Undergraduate Program Coordinator of the Department of Nursing. I will be presenting the Department of Nursing Undergraduate Academic Awards. I must say, the fact that our graduates have achieved and progressed to this point is a huge accomplishment, and each of them deserves an award. Some graduates, however, have excelled in certain areas, and we will acknowledge them at this time. The Student of Distinction Award is presented to the undergraduate student who has distinguished themselves in clinical nursing practice, academic achievement, leadership, and professional or community services during their entire tenure at BSU in the Department of Nursing. The Student of Distinction Award goes to Stephanie Hyacinth. Congratulations, Stephanie. The Pioneer in Nursing Award is presented to the undergraduate student who, in the opinion of the faculty, has persevered in completing all requirements for the degree despite personal and professional challenges. The Pioneer in Nursing Award goes to Ariane Carlos. Congratulations, Ariane. The Outstanding Academic Development Award is presented to the undergraduate student who, in the opinion of the faculty, demonstrated academic growth and progress throughout their academic studies. The Outstanding Academic Development Award goes to Talea Plowden. Congratulations, Talea. The Florence Nightingale Award, in the opinion of the faculty, is presented to the student who has exemplified the application of the most caring nursing behaviors toward her patients or clients. The Florence Nightingale is often called the Lady with the Lamp and was a caring nurse and a leader. She would enter the British soldiers' wards at night with a lantern in her hand and attend to their physical and psychological needs. Florence Nightingale, 1820 to 1910, was a British nurse, social reformer, and statistician. She's known as the founder of modern nursing. The Florence Nightingale Award goes to Winifred Mayfa. Congratulations, Winifred. The Mary Elizabeth Mahoney Award. Mary Elizabeth Mahoney was the first African American nurse. It is presented to the student who reported that they are the first one in their family to complete a Bachelor of Science in Nursing and become a registered nurse. Mary Elizabeth Mahoney, 1845 to 1926, was the first African American to graduate from the nursing school at the New England Hospital for Women and Children in 1879 at the age of 34. She is known not only for her outstanding personal career, but also for her exemplary contributions to local and national professional organizations. Mary Elizabeth Mahoney inspired both nurses and patients with her calm, quiet efficiency and untiring compassion. The Mary Elizabeth Mahoney Award goes to Gifty Adade. Congratulations, Gifty. The Certificate of Excellence in Nursing Specialty Award is presented to an undergraduate student who demonstrated both theoretical and clinical excellence of caring, compassion, critical thinking, leadership, and professionalism in a specialty area. The Certificate of Excellence in Nursing Specialty goes to Stephanie Hyacinth. Congratulations, Stephanie. The Academic Excellence Award is presented to an undergraduate student who has achieved and maintained the highest GPA during their academic studies. The Academic Excellence Award will be announced at a later date after final grades have been posted. Thank you.
Greetings from the Student Nursing Association, SNA. I am Dr. Cordelia Ubizoba, Student Nursing Association Advisor. The Student Nursing Association, SNA, a pre-professional nursing organization open to all nursing and pre-nursing students, represents the interest of all undergraduate nursing students at Bowie State University. However, every nursing student is not automatically a member of the association. Membership, as in most organizations, requires one-time membership dues, attendance at meetings, and active participation in SNA events. Inasmuch as the COVID pandemic affected the activities of the organization during the 2020-21 academic year, 3 of our graduating seniors, Stephanie Hyacinth, Valerie Hyacinth, and Urela Mwabeze, have distinguished themselves by their diligent actions as SNA members. Their membership and participation in SNA activities ensure that the torch passed on by the previous cohorts continued to illuminate the path to greater heights. I would like to specially acknowledge Stephanie Hyacinth for her steadfast leadership in amplifying the voices and interests of her cohort. By so doing, she has promoted awareness and integration of creative ideas that have made this cohort the best promising graduating cohort for NCLEX success. Stephanie, Valerie, and Urela, as you finalize preparations to graduate and move into professional nursing roles following guaranteed first-time NCLEX success, on behalf of the SNA, I honor your contributions to the association with this SNA cord, fondly referred to as our three-vessel cord, for holistic inter and intra-connectedness. As in the three-vessel cord from your maternal newborn course, we are connected for life. Pick up your cord from the department and proudly wear it at graduation as a symbol of one of your numerous legacies to the nursing department. Keep in mind that professional nursing practice entails more than caring for your patients. Endeavor to continue representing as the worthy ambassadors you have distinguished yourselves to be. When I see you amplifying your voices and interests of your colleagues at your hospital unit organizational projects, local, state, and national workshops, conferences, and webinars, I will proudly say, that's our Bowie Bold students. Hearty congratulations.
My name is Rosemary Mokera, and I will be talking about the symbolism of the MSN Medallion. The ceremoniously bestowing of the medallion is a symbolism of a rite of passage which signals the transition from a Bachelor of Nurse registered nurse to the Master of Science prepared registered nurse. The graduate is prepared to sit for the specialty certification as a family nurse practitioner. This Bowie State University School of Nursing Medallion is a mark of distinction, rich in history and meaning. The bestowing of the medallion grew out of the concept that can be traced back to the Florence Nightingale era, in which nurses were awarded a badge with a Maltese cross. The wearing of the school medallion is a unique way of recognizing school affiliation. The medallion denotes nursing excellence and service to others. It signifies acceptance of the responsibility of the practice of nursing and the advanced educational level of achievement of the graduates. Master of Nursing degree will be awarded to graduate students who will receive a medallion with a black ribbon to be ceremoniously placed around the neck. The opened book represents the challenges and accomplishments of the graduates of the program. The Bowie State University frame logo atop the book denotes the frame of faith and the touch of truth that is reflected in the Bowie State University alma mater school song. The double circle presents continual progression and feedback with students engaged in as they completed school requirements. The flow of arches surrounding the pin represents the students' diverse cultures, gender, and other characteristics that fulfill the great mission of Bowie State University. Thank you.
Greetings, I am Erica Burke, and I will be reading to you the symbolism of the BSN nursing pin. The pinning ceremony is symbolic of a rite of passage, which signals the transition from student nurse to professional nurse. The School of Nursing pin is a mark of distinction, rich in history and meaning. It can be traced back to the concept of heraldry, which is the system of devising and granting insignias for coats of armor. The wearing of the school pin is a unique way of recognizing school affiliation. The pin denotes nursing excellence and service to others. It signifies acceptance of responsibility of the practice of nursing and the educational preparation of the weaver. The Bowie State University nursing pin insignia was designed historically by students and faculty to represent the challenges and achievements of the nursing profession. The BS on the insignia was the original degree awarded to RN students. Currently, they are now traditional nursing students. The double circle represents continual progression and feedback which students engaged in as they completed school requirements. The flow of the arches surrounding the pin represents students' diverse cultures, gender, and other characteristics which fulfill the great mission of Bowie State University.
The program continues with the introduction of the keynote speaker by Dr. Hill, who will present the Speaker of the Hour, followed by the Nightingale Pledge, which concludes the celebratory occasion.
Dr. Charlotte M. Wood is a full professor at Coppin State University, College of Health Professions, Helene Full School of Nursing. She received her BSN in 1982 from Delaware State University, her MSN and MBA from Johns Hopkins University, 2003, and completed her PhD from Capella University in 2014. She is currently the president of the Maryland Nurses Association. The Maryland Nurses Association is the only statewide, nonprofit, multi-purpose professional membership organization for registered nurses in Maryland. There are over 4,000 nurses that are committed to being members of the Maryland Nurses Association. The primary purpose of the MNA is to provide direction and a voice for the profession of nursing in Maryland. Dr. Wood just received the Maryland Nurses Association 2020 Outstanding Leadership Award, the 2020 University System of Maryland Board of Regents Faculty Excellence Award for Public Service, and was awarded a citation from the Maryland General Assembly recognizing her accomplishment on receiving the University of Maryland Board of Regents Faculty Excellence Award for Public Service. Dr. Wood has been selected one of the Daily Record's top 100 women in Maryland and received an award on May 13, 2021 for her accomplishments. She is currently working with several communities to address COVID-19, as well as actively participating in Coppin State University's COVID-19 Task Force. During spring 2021, Dr. Wood was appointed to the governor's SARS-CoV-2 vaccination technical advisory group and has been instrumental in educating and promoting the professional needs of nurses through her work with her national and state senators and representatives. Lastly, she is a member of Colonial Baptist Church and continues to be part of the health and wellness and women's ministries. Her most important work is mentoring students, nurses, members of her profession, and members of the community, as well as participating in medical missions. Currently, she has multiple mentees that she collaborates with and guides in their roles with leadership and community service. Dr. Wood sits on the advisory board for the Nursing Leadership Institute at USM and Bowie State University Nursing Program. Please join me in welcoming our guest speaker, Dr. Charlotte Wood.
Greetings, President Bro, Chairperson, Dr. Jacqueline Hill, faculty, guests, and all of our nursing graduates. I come before you today to provide you with a ceremonious presentation entitled, Was It Worth It? This presentation is an opportunity to reflect on your accomplishments and consider your future. Often, when you think about where you need to go, you have to stop for a moment and reflect on where you came from. What did those humble beginnings look like for you? For me, it was being born into a family with very little money, lots of hopes, lots of prayers, and parents from the traditional generation. Oh, I'm sure some of you are probably wondering, what does that mean? Well, it means that my parents were born between the years of 1922 and 1945. My father was born in 1916 and died in 2017. Yes, that meant he was 101 years old. And my mother was born in 1920 and passed in 2012. Can you imagine what it was like to be raised by parents that actually lived through the Great Depression? So I had to ask myself, was it worth it? Absolutely. First, I didn't have any other choice. But most importantly, it meant that the struggle was real for me right from birth. I was born as number 10 of 12 children. And I knew at the tender age of 9 that I wanted to be a nurse. As I grew through my adolescent years, I knew I had to figure out a way to make my dream to become a nurse come true, because I knew my parents could not afford to send me to college. High school was interesting. I started working in a local hospital at the age of 15. I played sports, mostly basketball, and ran track. Managed my academics and attended traditional and vocational school to get my beginnings in nursing, and wound up graduating in the top 20 of my high school class. I went from high school to college on an academic scholarship, played basketball for 3 years in college, and just as I was getting ready to enter my senior year, the dean for the School of Nursing called me to her office and told me that I had to quit the basketball team, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to meet my clinical hours. This meant quitting school for me. So I just told her, you know, it's unfortunate, but I'm going to have to quit nursing school now, that I no longer have a way to fund my education and complete my nursing career. She said, well, Charlotte, I want you to come to see me on next week. So let's see what we can do. And then a great blessing occurred, and I received a nursing scholarship to finish my last year of undergrad. So as I think over my life, I went from a nursing assistant to a PhD. And I asked myself, was it worth it? And again, I said, absolutely. Do you remember when you were in fundamentals, barely making it? Did you ever think about giving up? If you didn't, I'm sure many of your colleagues did. I can tell you that it was your persistence, your commitment, your passion, and all the grit you could handle to get you here today. Was it worth it? Absolutely. Today, you are standing on the shoulders of many nurse leaders that have gone before you. Some say Harriet Tubman was the first nurse. Others, of course you know, Florence Nightingale. Then you have Mary Seacole, Mary Mahoney, Clara Barton, Estelle Massey Osborne, Barbara Nichols, Bernadine Lacey, Congresswoman Eddie Bernice Johnson, Elizabeth Carnegie, and Courtney Leiter, just to name a few. Do you think any one of them look back over their lives and ask, was it worth it? Well, I can tell you the answer is absolutely. In the words of William Wordsworth, life is divided into 3 terms: that which was, which is, and which will be. Let us learn from the past to profit by the present, and from the present to live better in the future. The future, ladies and gentlemen, will be in your hands and in the hands of those that follow you. Recently, I heard Dr. Barbara Nichols quote a portion of an old Negro spiritual, and it goes like this: Lord, we ain't what we want to be. Lord, we ain't what we gonna be. But thank God we ain't what we was. So again, I ask you, was it worth it? And I hear a resounding absolutely. Now, go forth and find strength in what is behind you to build the future of nursing for what is needed ahead of you. Thank you for this time. Congratulations and good luck.
Greetings to all and a big congratulations to the class of 2021 for your great achievement. My name is Dr. Juliana Agoboku. I will recite the Florence Nightingale Pledge. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of the assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. We pledge to engage in interprofessional collaborative practice with physicians and other healthcare team members to plan and implement individualized, safe, patient-centered care.